NBC 15 News continues.
Well, tonight, NBC 15 continues offering you an opportunity to get to know the candidates. We're making an exclusive offer to candidates for the State Assembly, State Senate, U.S. House, and U.S. Senate. 5 minutes of uninterrupted airtime to make their statement to voters. Tonight, we hear from the fourth and final candidate running in the 44th State Assembly District. The 44th District is made up of the city of Janesville. And we drew names out of a hat to determine the order of appearance. And tonight, we hear from Republican Ty Bollerud.
Hi, my name is Ty Bollerud. I'm running for the 44th Assembly. I'm a dad, divorced. I think marriage is good, but it just didn't work out for me. But why I'm here to talk up on Channel 15 News, and I appreciate inviting the candidates, is so we can maybe take a look at the meat and potatoes of why exactly my kids can't ride a bike trail, because they're in fear, not so much fear of other kids, but of something bad that's going to happen to them from people that would grab them and rape them. And to me, this is one part of the system that we need to take a look at and could definitely have some reform in. People that go through the system, that have been in the system, have paid their crime, say 10 years. Let's say John had 10 years for raping some kid, and he did his 10 years, now he's coming back in society. It just seems to me that he's not going to live in peace, he's not going to have a good life, because the neighbors don't want to see him, and so maybe he would look for a different option, maybe a place where he could live in peace. And I'm all for that. I think we should separate these people, or give them the opportunity to separate on a 10-year sentence. We cut them loose at 5 years and set them into a place, say, we'll call it Billyville, up far away from the general public, where they can live for 10 years and be away and have a life. But the people that stay, that are back in Janesville or other cities in Wisconsin, can also have a life and not worry about this guy coming up and stealing their kids, or couldn't allow their kids to ride bikes, for instance, on a bike trail. It seems to me, if we look at our neighbor and we wonder, gee, is that the guy that might get our kid, then we're doing something completely wrong. And I believe that a lot of our neighbors, 99% are good neighbors, and we shouldn't make policy because of the 1%. We should make policy on the 99%. And right now, I think we look at newscasts, we look at people that suggest harder lines on these people, which is going to cost more tax dollars if we put them in prison for longer. Okay, they will have less life. Well, why does it have to be integrated? Why do we have to have child molesters integrated into society? I think it's not good for them, and I know it's not good for me, and I don't believe it's good for you. So I would hope that we can call congressmen, call our state senators, and say, hey, what is the other option? What is the option where they can have their own city and live out their life in peace, but they don't have to teach that wrong way of doing stuff to the next generation? And I think there is a real obvious need for it. I know if you're a parent, I know it's come across in your mind. Do you really want that to come across in your mind? There's no need for it. So I would hope that the plan is, if we have 10 years, we cut them loose at 5, put them in a segregated city for 10 years. End game is 5 more years, and possibly, if we can go ahead and put an extension, if these people want an extension. This isn't mandated. This isn't government mandating that they have to go to this community. This is saying this is an opportunity for these people to go, so they can live in peace, and the rest of us can live in peace. So if I'm elected, This is the reform that one of the major reforms that I'm going to see, that we can't find a general consensus up to the state of Wisconsin, because I know for a fact police folks, cops, they believe that, I think they believe that they want to see us safe. I believe government wants to believe us safe. I think news and media wants to see us safe. So let's get it done. Thank you.
And now that all the candidates for district have aired, you can see their entire statements by logging on to NBC15.com. And David George will be back with a look at your TrueView forecast for this evening. But first, here is a look at tonight's primetime lineup. And you're watching NBC 15 News at 5.